What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Furrow Publications YouTube channel. On this channel we talk about zines and DIY publishing. And it's been raining out here where I live, and so rainy days usually are a lot of reading and a lot of TV watching. And I binge watched 3 different documentaries that had to do with comic book publishing, and I just want to talk about some of the things that made me think about. And so here is that article, and these were the 3 documentaries that I saw. Comic Book Confidential, The Image Revolution, and Future Shock, the story of 2000 AD. And 2 of them were set in like the mid 2000s, and then the other one obviously was in 1988. Comic Book Confidential is kind of a famous one. And that's another thing that I thought was very important about the viewing of these 3 films, was that they kept talking about how the comic book landscape continuously fluctuates and changes because it is a business, and business is continuously changing. And I personally feel that at this moment we're at one of those transitional periods, and the people can ultimately grow a brand, a business at this moment. And that's what I'm adamantly trying to do, and I feel like I'm succeeding at that with the help of everyone here. So those are the 3 documentaries that I saw, and honestly there was a lot of things that came to my mind. And for a lot of them, it was rewatches, and some of them I had never watched fully, but saw clips of it on YouTube. But overall, the sentiment that I got was, man, have people that have really cared about sequential art been taken advantage of and ultimately disrespected and disregarded in the larger, construct, right? Because when you think about, in all 3 documentaries, they talk about basically how these suits and execs would come and basically steer the ship and lead the ship and literally walk away with wads of money while exploiting the cartoonists and the creators and these people that dream through the art. So that was very disheartening. But once again, like, the empowering thing of it all is like, you need to create your own art and distribute your own art. And and I get it, right? Because sometimes I always think to myself, like, if I wasn't doing the social media advertising and if I wasn't trying to build other streams of revenue for a business, could I just stop and just get better at making comics? And like, possibly, but then you would always be at the mercy of other nefarious characters that would ultimately be able to pull the strings to your life. And like, who wants to live like that? You know what I mean? Not necessarily creating art, but ultimately the business of art, and how you have to get a handle on it, get a grip on it if you want to make art as a way of making a living, right? Because I can always have a day job and make art, but like, the question is, can you build a brand, a company, and will that brand and company like stand the test of time? You know what I mean? And I think that's the difference. And that's one of the things that really hit home with the image revolution, because you saw 7 different artists, all equally good, in my opinion, right? Some I like more than others, but you can see that they went different ways, and they basically had to run their business their way, and that was the make or break. It wasn't the art, but it was the way they ran the business of selling their art. Right? The business of creating the art and the business of selling the art. And that was the make or break for a lot of the studios. But yeah, you guys, so the article is up on Medium. Link is in the show notes if you guys want to check that out. Of course, that does help the channel, the business. It helps it all. So if you guys do choose to do so, thank you so much. I hella appreciate that shit. And if you don't, well, I appreciate you stopping by and watching the video. That's all I got for you guys today, man. Beyond that, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Lates.